Not me just sitting here about to take a thumbnail and realizing that I forgot to mention the elephant in the room. My hair is half green, half purple. Hi guys. I don't know if you remember me. I'm Allie. It's been like 6 months since I uploaded a video. I am back. Today we're just gonna do a catch-up video because a lot has changed in my life in 6 months, and I do plan on making a proper comeback to YouTube, so I thought this would be a good way to do it, just catch you guys up on what has happened. I'm going to be doing my makeup. I am filming on a new vlogging camera, so let me know how that goes. I am not going to know what this looks like until I edit it. Hopefully it comes out well. Hopefully the sound's all right. I hope you guys have all been amazing. I have been good, bad, horrible, amazing, all of the above. Currently still in a lockdown in Melbourne. So it has been a roller coaster of the past 6 months, really, for me, the last year. And I'm just gonna tell you guys all about it. So let's go. Now, the extent of my makeup is pretty much just doing my eyebrows and doing my mascara, sometimes a little bit of highlighter or something. So pretty much just going to be doing that while talking to you guys. I'm hoping the focus on this camera is good. The only issue when looking at reviews was stability. I actually was gonna get the G7X Mark III, but the autofocus, there was a lot of complaints about that on there. So that's why I didn't get that one, but that one had an auto stabilizer, which was really, really good. So you kind of have to give up one thing to get another thing good with cameras. That's what I was finding when I was looking at them all. There's apparently no camera out there that is perfect. So the camera that I do have is a Sony A6400. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I will double check and confirm for you guys. I'll link it in the description. And so far I freaking love it. It's got the flip out screen, so I can see myself, but I'm doing my best to look into the lens. It's actually got a detachable lens, so that's really good because it's basically what I like to call a mini DSLR, because I can change lens and everything, and it's a little bit bigger than a portable camera, but it's still very small. It's a little bit weighty, but it's still quite light. So it's kind of the perfect in between. So I paid a little bit more than I would for the G7X, but that's because I feel like I kind of got two cameras in one. So it was definitely a good choice for me and will be a really good investment. So far I haven't used it too much. This vlog is really the test, but from the photos I've taken, I mean, so far I recommend this camera. So I guess we will see over the next few weeks if I still think that, which I bloody hope so, because I did pay a pretty penny for this, but I'm sure it will be worth it. Goodness. You can probably notice I've got the slit in my eyebrow. I actually did that as a sort of like a punishment for a stream that I did. I had a challenge with my brother where we had to eat a family burger box from KFC each. He actually smashed it, but he felt so sick. It was definitely a struggle. I didn't quite finish it, and so everyone was like, put a slit in your eyebrow. And I was just kind of like, I wanted to do that anyway. So I was like, oh goodness me, what a punishment. I can't believe I have to do that. And that was literally in, I want to say March or April. No, maybe April or May. No, maybe May. I don't know. I've lost track of time. And I have had this ever since. I keep shaving it because I actually really like it. And I feel like it suits me. So now we just got a permanent eyebrow slit. So that's one thing that happened. Kind of a small thing, but I guess part of a larger thing. I came out as bisexual, which, I don't know, I've always said my whole life that I think a lot of people are a little bit bisexual, because, I mean, there's just so many humans in the world. It's kind of hard to just decide that you're just only attracted to one group of them. I'm very much what I like to think is like a personality-based person. So if you're a nice person and you make me happy, then I like you. Like, it doesn't really matter what you look like or what you have or anything. Just if I like you, I like you. So that's kind of the way that I see it. So I would say bisexual, but also just like whatever the hell I want sexual. And I guess I didn't really think about it because I was in a straight relationship for 8 years. It was not something I put a lot of thought into. And Now I am no longer the big bombshell in that 8-year relationship, which some of you, if you follow me on other social medias, you knew this, and some of you probably would have picked up on it anyway. But yeah, I started feeling unsure in this relationship about honestly, over a year ago. And for months and months and months, I put everything into it, and things just weren't changing. Things were just getting worse, and I was not happy, and I've never left a relationship before. I've always been the one who was left. So the thought of being that person was really, really scary and terrifying. So that's why I didn't for so long. And then in March, I think it was, he moved out for a little bit, and we said that we would try that. And after a month or two, I was just like, nothing is changing. The only thing that's changing is I am feeling more satisfied in my life when he wasn't around. And obviously that is not a good thing for a relationship. So that was kind of the big sign for me. And another big sign was really, if I just sat down and thought about it and thought, if this person proposed to me and wanted to get married, which is something that I've always wanted, what would I say? And the day that I realized that I would say no was the day that I kind of really started to think hard about what I was doing and the relationship I was in. And so I left that relationship, and it has been nearly 4 months. Oh goodness. Yeah, about 4 months since that. And I definitely made the right decision, although it was hard and something I never thought I would do for sure. Like, I really thought I'd be in that relationship happy or unhappy for the rest of my life, which is kind of sad. But I did the right thing. I left, and I'm so much happier for it. So that's really probably the biggest bombshell. And I thought I would start with that one, while I've also spent 700 hours on my eyebrow. I guess the next pretty big thing would be that I think it was in February or March, it was put out on social media that my store was closing. And unfortunately, that was the way that we found out that information too. Even our store manager was unaware. So basically, I worked at Target. Most of you probably knew that. I worked at Target, and we were always set to change into a Kmart because that was sort of happening to a lot of Targets across the state. So we were prepared for that. We were fine with that. We were still going to have a job as Kmart, and that was going to be great. Although not Target, it was, at least we weren't losing our job. So that was okay. And then someone went onto the, like the council website where people have to lodge changes, and someone had lodged that a supermarket would be being built where our Target store was. And that was then plastered all over social media, of course, because that was a big deal to people. The center that my store was in already has a supermarket at one end, and it's a very small supermarket. So it's Coles at one end, and now they were going to put a Woolworths at the other end. So of course that blew up. We all found out. I think one of us, I'm not sure who, actually was the one to message our store manager, and that's how he found out. And then this sort of massive thing started. There was no legal thing or anything, unfortunately. I don't think that technically they had even done anything wrong. We then, of course, had big important people come in and apologize, and this wasn't how it was meant to be, and blah blah blah. Which at the end of the day, that doesn't really mean anything, because they obviously knew it was happening to the point where it was already lodged with the council, which means it was a set in stone decision, and they made the choice not to tell us. They claimed that they were going to tell us the following week. Who knows? They technically, legally, did not have to tell us until, I think it was 2 months, like 8 weeks or 12 weeks or something out of our store closing. So technically they didn't have to tell us until about May, and we found out in February. So who knows how long they could have kept that a secret from us. So basically our store was set to close on July 31st, and it did. And the only positive here was that we were being made redundant. So you could have the option to get a job somewhere else. They could redeploy you, or you could move to a different Target. But personally, I think that Target's going to be gone within a few years, within 5 years, I would say. So I didn't really want the transfer. And also, as a 26-year-old, there's not many times in your life at this age where you're going to get the opportunity to be made redundant. If you guys don't know what that means, you basically get paid out for all the work that you've done, all the years. And I have been at Target. I had so luckily just crossed over my 10 years, and that is a long time. So for me, not only do you get a redundancy payout, you also get all your annual leave and long service leave paid out. I had probably 100 hours annual leave banked up because I don't really use it very often. And then long service leave, I think I had 10 weeks or something. So you put all that together, and then on top of a redundancy, just like a set amount that you get paid out. And it was quite a nice amount. So really, I thought that was a better option for me because I have worked, like, not full-time hours, but I like to think that I have worked hard for 10 years. And I have worked early mornings, and then also I've always created content on the side. So I've never just worked my target hours. I've always done more. And while I have made great relationships with the people there, and I've met my best friend there, I've met amazing people there, it also has been a struggle working there. So I thought, take the redundancy, have some time off, and really just give myself a break. And so that's what I've been doing. It has been, it hasn't even been a month. Time has gone really fast, but really slow. So it's kind of weird. So it has not even quite been a month since I have not had the job. And it has been amazing. There's obviously other life things that have been going on that have still been making it not perfect. Like, it's not like I'm suddenly living this dream life. I got out of a relationship I wasn't happy in, and I got out of a job I wasn't happy in, and I got a payout, and then magically I'm happy. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. I'm still heavily depressed and anxious, but that's just being honest. Like, I'm sure a lot of people understand and feel the same, especially with the pandemic still going on. Unfortunately, it's just not something that you can really avoid, but I definitely am so much happier. Like, I might not be the happiest person in the world, but my God, am I happier than I was. So really, if you are in an unhappy relationship or an unhappy job or something, this is your sign to, if you've been thinking about and you are able to take the step out of it, just do it. Now, I guess the last sort of big thing to tell you guys, you'll find out a lot of the little things over the coming weeks. So I feel like I don't need to tell you every single tiny change in my life because I can't even think of them because there's so many. But another biggest thing would be that obviously I'm now out of a relationship. I'm in this rental by myself, which is not cheap. And I also have no job. So getting a housemate was something that I never wanted to do. I really like living on my own, but it was kind of just something that if I wanted to be smart in any way, it was something that I should do. So I decided to be smart, use my brain, and get a housemate. And I ended up getting Amy in here. Now, Amy is one of the girls that I also worked at Target with, so she also didn't have a job, but she's studying nursing, so she's doing that currently. She was also in a relationship she was not happy in. Her parents had just moved to Queensland, so she was kind of in a pickle, and it had definitely been in the back of my mind that not only was I going to be benefiting myself, but I had a friend who was in a position that, like, she was not happy in, and I had the ability to help her and give her a place to stay, and it would help both of us. And that was kind of just weighing on my mind. So I thought, this is just going to benefit both of us. Why wouldn't I do it? So we talked about it. We kind of like joked about it a lot. And then actually she messaged me and we seriously talked about it. And we just thought, why the hell not? And honestly, it's been a couple of weeks and she very much keeps to herself. I do my thing. She does her thing. We chat every now and then. She's tidy. Like, obviously it's a bit messy because she brought a lot of stuff with her, but overall she's tidy. And she's a lovely person, and I probably picked the best person that I could have to move in with me since I don't like anyone living with me. It's not like she's not here, but I don't feel like she's imposing on my space, which is really, really good. And so I feel like we live good together, and we live good together but separately, if that makes any sense. If you have a housemate, you probably know what I mean. So if you're watching this, Amy, thank you for being great. I really appreciate it. Definitely have made this situation a lot easier. Like, I know it's still not easy, and honestly, in a perfect world, I would live by myself, but what having a housemate does is not only means that I'm not alone, because that's very lonely, especially because we're still in lockdown. It also means that I'm saving a bit of money, and considering I don't have a job, a real job at the moment, that's really good. So what my job actually is right now is content creation. So you guys have followed me on here for years, you know that I have created content for years, and it is always something I'd done on the side. So when I found out I was being made redundant, I kind of thought, I felt like it was a sign from the universe to me to finally put my all, just for a couple of months, into content creation and see if I could find somewhere where I was happy with, somewhere where I could be successful and make a career out of it, whether it be just following one of the things, whether it be following all of the things, whether it be that I find something new within the things. I don't know what it's going to be. So I'm currently, I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm getting back into YouTube, I film and post TikToks, which I know is a little thing, but that can not only help you can grow on TikTok, but can also grow your audience on all the other social medias. There may be, like I said, other sort of business things that I go through with throughout this time. I don't know yet. At the moment, I'm still just enjoying my time off and just really focusing mainly on streaming and now YouTube. And I also, I'm posting a lot on Instagram. If I could get any sort of Instagram collabs, that would be amazing. Work with any clothing companies. You guys know I've always loved fashion. I have reached out to a couple of companies and haven't had anything yet, but they've responded to me. And so I've put myself on their radar. So that's really, really good. I post daily outfit photos at 4:20 every day. Long story short, my best friend pointed out that I posted them at 4:20 2 days in a row. And from then on, it has been over a month and I've been posting at 4:20 every day, purely for the meme of it. And I just post really random outfits, things that I enjoy. I have so many clothes, so why not make the most of them? And yeah, so that's what I'm currently doing. And having a housemate means that obviously if you halve everything that I have to pay, which or halve the rent, basically the money that I already earn from Twitch is pretty much enough to cover the rent. So if I can cover the rent already doing what I'm already doing, it just means anything that I do extra, I'm either able to cover bills and stuff, or I'm making a profit, which is amazing. So far things are going well. Nothing has gone crazy, blown up or anything, but I'm a lot more relaxed. I'm happier. We're on the way. And things are good. Now I feel like I've been talking as I do for 1,700 hours. So I'm just gonna show you guys one more thing and then I'm gonna wrap up today's video, and hopefully we'll be back next week with a little daily vlog, maybe something to do with my streaming setup. If you guys wanna see Twitch videos, well, basically I hope you want to see Twitch videos, because this is going to become a very much fashion and Twitch and vlog lifestyle channel. That's pretty much all it's going to be. I guess that's still quite a variety in what it already was, but it's pretty much going to have a lot to do with Twitch and fashion. So I hope you guys are excited for that. But I do have a special guest to show you. So not only did Amy move in, but Amy also brought a little friend. So Amy has a 6 months, about 6 months, I think, puppy called Pebbles. And this is Pebbles. She is a little bit dirty. She is a little bit overgrown. Like I said, we're in lockdown, so she was booked in to go to the groomers multiple times and hasn't had a chance. So she's looking at herself in the mirror. Oh my God, so cute. So Amy is, I think, looking into getting a mobile groomer, because I'm pretty sure they can still run. But yes, this is Pebbles. She is a Maltese cross poodle. But she is mainly Maltese, as you can see. So she's basically a Maltese that doesn't shed, which is why they cross things with poodles. She is adorable. She gets very dirty very easily. Oh my goodness. But she is cute. We had snuggles this morning, and it's just really nice to have a puppy around. Honestly, you guys know how much I love dogs, and she really just warms my heart. She's so sweet. She's a little shit because she's a puppy, but she is really, really sweet. And yeah, we love her. So you're going to see a lot of Pebbles, Pebbies, Pebe, just all sorts of little names. I like to also call her the Mop, because she really does look like a mop, especially when she just plonks on the ground. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the screen because I'm looking at her, but she just plonks on the ground and looks like a mop. And when she's wet, she looks like a wet mop. And she's so cute. And yeah, I love her. So I'm going to stop talking there. Like I said, there's so many things I could tell you guys, but I'm sure you will find out over time. You might have picked up on the fact that I said I was out of my relationship with Jake, but I didn't say I was single. Have I met someone else? I don't know. Pebbles is drinking her water. That's adorable. I guess you guys will just have to wait and find out. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I am so, so happy to be back, and I can't wait to be creating content for you guys. I hope you are excited, and I hope you are ready for this journey that I am going on, and I hope you will come along with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.